there. Welcome to What Keeps You Up at Night podcast. I'm your host, Kiné Corder, the leading national certified counselor specializing in financial hypnotherapy for stress. I got new tools. So that is what this video is about. A couple of things. One, I decided that my update videos are going to be 10 minutes long no matter what. And here's what's going to happen. The video is going to cut off. Now, if I decide I want to hit record again and keep going, I can. But the video is 10 minutes long. So that's one thing that I've come up with in this like build in public. I'm not going to have you watching these long videos because I'm capable. That's part of this tool that I found. So I have Google Suite. So the name of the company is Presidential Lifestyle. The name of the system is Self Sync. So Presidential Lifestyle owns the Google Suite workspace. And part of that Google Suite workspace is this video recorder that I did not know I had access to. But it also allows me to make videos for social media. Oh my gosh, my life just got easier because I do not love social media, which I might have told you before. But I love it if I have a tool that makes it easier for me. No. I don't. I tolerate it. I can accomplish it. Let's not go with love. That's a little too deep. So that's something else that I can add to my build in public. I am like learning as I go. Did I ever say that to you? I don't think I did. See, I don't want you to think I know what the hell I'm doing because I do not. I know where I'm going, which is different than know how I'm getting there. So you can hitchhike there, you can drive your own car, you can take a plane, train, bus, so many different vehicles, so many different modes of transportation. Sometimes I'll be on a freaking bike doing this. Sometimes I will launch like a rocket, um, depending upon where I am, what I have going on, and I'm ready for it all. So your job is to ask me questions. I'm okay with you asking me questions. And not that I have the answers to them, but I'm okay with you asking, is to ask me questions. You can give me insight. If you're like, oh, Kiné, been there, done that. Here's what you should do. I may or may not take your advice. However, I am really good at direction. And if it is aligned with where I'm going, then I will. But if you're like, oh, Kiné, you need to go this way. And I'm like, but I'm trying to go this way, then it's no. However, as we know, I'm open to taking a step back because I am taking a step back, technically 30 years, right, to where I began as a barber. But I mean, I was in the barbershop just Hmm, how many years has it been since I've been in the barbershop? It's been many because I've been a therapist. I think I cut for a short amount of time when I first started in school in my master's degree. To like, well, I was still at Morgan Stanley, so not when I first became, but like before I graduated. So my master's program was 3 years, 2 years of actual curriculum, and then a year of practical and internship. And so I think if I remember correctly, I cut then. I definitely cut in my early days, like right as I was moving to Morgan Stanley. I cut like around 2011 and then again in like 2016. Oh, I could give you a little bit more background here because I said I was going to do it in the last video and I did not do that. So here, I went to college 2000, not 2000, 1996. I graduated from Columbia College in Chicago. And that was in entertainment and film. Television is my actual degree. And then film and television was where I thought I would be. But I got there and I was like, ooh. First of all, have you ever had a favorite TV show and then it ended? Yeah, that happens a lot. And so I saw that and I was like, I don't like that uncertainty. But then also the television, film, the entertainment industry as a whole, even music, it's just decadent. And I mean, that stuff comes out now, but 30 years ago it was even more decadent and it was secretive. And I was like, oh no, they will eat me alive. I won't make it here. So I kind of like slowly backed out a bit. But I worked for McDonald's Corporation in more like what they call corporate television or industrial. And so I was doing these industrials and that felt good, except I went to visit my friend who was a barber, and I went to her barbershop because I didn't work on the weekends at this time. I worked Monday through Friday because that's when the McDonald's television studio was open. And then on Saturday, I was just bored and I thought I'd bring my friend lunch to her barbershop. And when I got there, the barbershop was full and her cash register is full. She tried to pay me for this lunch, and I was like, no, no, it's just me doing something nice for you. But what's up with all that money in that cash register? Like, how did that happen? And it's only lunchtime. Tell me about this barber school you went to because I am feeling real dissatisfied with my decision of going to this company. I'm making barely $30,000 a year. I think was my salary back then. And all my friends were hairstylists and barbers because I came from that industry. My sister is in the industry. I was an assistant in that industry and I loved being an assistant. It was so much fun. I helped people build their businesses. And I made a really great shampoo assistant. And then I decided to go and to get my own barber license, but I didn't want to be a cosmetologist. I knew I wanted to be a barber. So when I saw my friend and I'm like, okay, what's the name of that barber school you went to? And she told me Molars on the west side. And just a few short weeks later, I was enrolled. And she's like, what? I did not expect you to do that. I'm like, yeah, people usually don't, but that's how I am. So I was enrolled in school. I went full time. In fact, more than full time. I went 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. I just wanted to learn everything I could. I wanted to get it out the way. And I was ready to get back in the shop because I had been in the shop before as an assistant, but not with my own license. So I was ready to get in the shop, but I couldn't do that until I finished school. And then I finished my schooling. I finished my 15 hours before the 9 months. And then I just prepared to take my test. But I ended up moving to New York. And so I went to New York. I cut in the barbershop there. And it was interesting because my hair was like down here. They used to call me Pocahontas. It was just like long, black, straight, relaxed, and long hair. And nobody wanted to come to me to get their hair cut. And the owner of the barbershop I worked in, his name was Jimmy. He got his hair cut by me. He sat in my chair. He said, if I sit in your chair, everybody else will too. And he was right. Once he got his hair cut by me, he was also a Capricorn. So like we had a lot in common. But he was super professional. So yeah, then other people start coming to me too. But then there was another barber in the shop who knew how to do locks. And so he taught me how to do locks. So I had this two, I had cutting and I had locks that I could do. And so I took that back to Chicago. But in the meantime, when I was in New York, nobody really wanted to get their hair cut by me. So I still had my long hair when I was in New York. When I went back to Chicago, I decided to cut my hair off, like all off. One day at the end of the day, I was like, tired of this. I'm just tired of this. I took my shears and I just cut my hair. I asked Marla, the girl who told me about the barber school, I was like, cut my hair. She's like, I'm not cutting your hair. And I was like, "Shh, shh." And now you have to. Will you cut it now? She's like, oh my God. So she cut my hair. I ended up going short. And then I started getting more clients because my hair was cut. So that was the way I started in the barbershop. It was slow, but once it picked up, it really picked up. And then I left and when I went downtown, I worked for a lady named Leoma and I went back to being an assistant. Why? Now this part of the story I don't remember that well. Why? Why did I stop working for I can't remember. But for some reason I stopped my own clientele. Maybe I moved somewhere else. It's possible. I don't remember. So I leave, I start working somewhere else, and I start working for this lady, Leoma, and she is brilliant. I love the way she handles business. I learned so much from her. I'll teach you. I'll tell you how much I learned from her. We got like 30 seconds left. But I'll tell you a lot of stories about Leoma and the best part about working with her. But I built my clientele in seconds. I mean, in seconds. I never had business cards. Just one day, I was like, I can cut, I can do locks. You know what? I'm gonna save this story. I'm gonna tell you this story next. But just know that I got new tools and we're gonna use them. This is Growing in Public. I am Kiné Corder, leading national certified counselor specializing in financial hypnotherapy for stress. I'll see you sooner. Love you muchly. And look, tell somebody about this, especially if you know a barber. And I have something for you. Check the show notes, which there won't be many of them, but check them. All right. See you sooner. Love you muchly.